Just started record on this computer. Good evening, everybody. You know why I'm here. Thank you for checking out another one of my weekly Forex and cryptocurrency analysis. It's your boy AB. Let's get this party started. All right, so first and foremost, check out this this news that happens on a daily basis. You know, I check it out. I am not by any means a fundamental analysis trader. I just look at the news just to see what price is doing and all that stuff. You know, just different times where potential spikes in the market could happen, which I could be like, oh, well, then it's probably because of news or something like that. Or it could tell me things like, oh, you might not want to trade at this time. Like, you know, usually during FOMC, for instance. But we'll talk about that more. Anyway, so JPY, we got JPY tentative BOJ outlook report. Not really caring about that, so not really going to I don't really trade any JPY pairs other than GJ, so it's not really that crazy to me to look at. 8:30 Tuesday, we have AUD news CPI with trend mean CPI, which I think is, I don't even know what that is, to be quite honest with you. Let me see. Changing the price of goods and services purchased by consumers. Yeah, basically same thing as CPI. And so it's going to be at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Wednesday, we do have JMMC meetings, which is for oil. So if you trade oil, watch out for that. And then we have FOMC statements, USD, and FOMC press conference. The press conference is what you really want to watch for, because that's where you get the real news of what the FOMC statement is going to be on, and that's where you would probably see some type of, especially on a Wednesday, you know, when they talk about midweek reversal, that's probably what you'd want to watch for, something like that on the US dollar, which the US dollar, it's at a spot that I hope it turns around. If it doesn't, then man. But we'll talk about that once we get on the chart. And then Thursday, we have 7:30 advanced GDP. So that would be 7:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. You want to watch for that as well. So, all right. That is on the fundamentals. Let me check this out real quick. Hold on. Hey, how's it going? I didn't see you say hi before I got on. My bad. All right, so let's go ahead and get onto these charts, right? So before I even talk about what I had written down, I'm going to go ahead and just look at what the weekly candles did last week. Still bearish. I'm not really feeling, just based off of the way how these candlesticks are really looking to me on the weekly time frame, I'm having my doubts if the US dollar is really going to turn around, because it is at a spot where I do, like, this is like at a prime area where I'm looking to actually like place trades and like actually ride with them for a while, you know. But with the way how these candles are making, first of all, I don't like how this as is, this evening star right here, and then you have 3 black crows, which is, well, 3 red crows, but you guys get what I'm saying. It's showing me that it's gonna turn around and just keep going bearish, in my personal opinion, based off of the candlestick patterns. Now, I could definitely be wrong, and I wish the US dollar had volume that I could check on the weekly so I could see how these like candlesticks are printing out. But anyways, going to the daily time frame, same thing. It's broken this structure right here, which is, let me just put the drawings on now. It's broken this structure right here, which is something that I usually always like watch for regardless. That's why I have this line right here. And I had mentioned that I wanted price to come up and then push back down sometime last week, back to 91.405, then push down to this possible long-term buy area, because the DXY is in my general buy box, right? Where, let me go ahead and redo it so that those can see what the method to my madness. So when price broke through this structure right here, broke through this structure right here, it's even more of this structure that it broke that made me start to say that, okay, maybe the DXY is going to start turning around. Once it broke through this structure on here, faked out, came back down, then came up, and then really broke out, then retraced, then pushed up even higher. Once it did that, I was saying that, okay, I don't really want price to come back down from where it broke out, because like I said, this was a fake out before price actually did go to the upside. So once it did that, I'm like, maybe price is going to come in a little lower, which it did naturally. At first, I thought it was going to maybe do something like this, where it's going to, okay, get this out of here. That, oh, once price pushed to the upside, then retraces, I thought it was going to come up here first, but then price ended up just dropping some more. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to wait for the longer term buy move, which is what I want from here, from when price pushed up to this upside. Because once price made this bullish move, it never did retrace, which usually, based off of my trading style, that's what I look for. I want the breakout, then the retest, then continuation, right? And so now that I see prices in my fib area where I look for my retracements, now I'm really trying to see if price is really going to look for any type of bullish momentum here. Now, I'm not really interested in all the tax laws or whatever is going on with Biden and all that stuff and that yada yada. That's all extra. That's noise to me personally, you know, because like I said, I'm a technical analysis trader. I don't really care about fundamentals. So I do really want to see if this US dollar is going to go bullish. However, I do know on the weekly time frame, it is extremely bearish. If so long as it didn't break this structure right here, this is extremely bearish, and it could just very well go and make a lower low. So realistically speaking, saying that we're trying to look for buys here, it can be risky, but it's based off of the daily time frame that I'm really looking at this possibility. And I also see this gap right here. Like, there's this huge gap right here. I don't know, wait, let me see what the open was right here on this candle. So there's a huge gap to the upside right here regardless. So this is something that I'm going to open gap. That's something I'm going to be watching for regardless. Like, I really want to see price go to the upside like I mentioned, but still I'm going to want to see what price does, if it does come up here, if it's going to stop and then just keep dropping or what. But like I said, this is still regardless supposedly supposed to be a risky buy, but I don't think it really is necessarily, because like I said, on the daily time frame it is starting to show that it wants to turn around. 4-hour time frame on the other hand, no. The 4-hour time frame is like, this looks like it's going to keep falling, right? Just have continuous falls, I like the gradual falling though. I like how it's gradually falling. Let me just go ahead and let me wrap this up honestly so that I could go and take a look at what arbitrage is saying on the DXY, which I'm pretty sure is just very bearish at this point. But yeah, if I can get price to really come down to my 90.773 area, that'd be nice. Just, you know, just a nice clean swoop. Yep, and then continuation, retest, boom, take off. Oh, you like that cursive, huh? That's that old English. No, I'm joking. But yeah, no, that's what I want to see though, honestly. I want to see price just dip down a little bit more, go to the upside, retest, continuation. It's going over to arbitrage. Like I mentioned, I'm pretty sure I know what it's looking like. Sorry for the color change. I just don't have the settings that I think I want yet, and the drawings are still on here. I forgot that I didn't change this, so let me go ahead and do that. Things, symbol, crosshair, that's fine. Okay. So weekly time frame. So DXY never called for that buy that I was looking for on the weekly time frame, and it even came lower. So that is something that even warranted me to be like, okay, let me chill on trying to buy this right now and really wait for a retest, because it never called for that buy right there, right? Although I did attempt, I'm not gonna lie, I did try, but I failed. And so yeah, daily time frame called for this sell, but I wouldn't have taken this regardless. I would have wanted it to retest before continuing the fall. But still, like I said, technical analysis, that's what I'm looking for. 4 hour might be setting up. 1 hour definitely looks disturbing, but the 30-minute might be setting up, and 30-minute might be, no. Like I said, I'm just gonna stick to this. I'm just sticking to what I have over here. Just would love price to come back down and then continue with the push to the upside. So let's go on over to EURUSD. Let me get rid of all the, well, actually no, I gotta leave them on. Alright, so get rid of all this because I didn't get in it. Alright, daily time frame. Still am a little, well, not a little, I'm still very much wanting to sell EURUSD. Get this out of here real quick. But one thing that I am kind of concerned about is same thing as with the DXY. EURUSD has been extremely bullish and is not showing really, I don't really see anything on this weekly. I mean, other than, hold on, let me get rid of all this real quick. Oh, I could literally draw all this back. I'm acting like I don't know how to. I can see that it's along this trend line right here, which I don't really care for using trend lines like that, but they can be useful at times. Alright, so regardless, what I would have to see in a long-term type of move realistically is to see which way price is really going to break out between this like kind of wedge, if you will. It just looks so annoying to me. I don't even like how it looks, quite honestly, because realistically speaking, we don't have 3 touches on this. There's one, I mean, this is 1, 2, 3, whatever. No, 1, 2 touches right there, then another one right here, but I won't consider that to be that way. So I'm really trying to see which way EURUSD is going to break out to regardless. This is just what I'm seeing long term. I'm not necessarily quite certain which way it's going to go type of move, you know? So yeah, if I could get price to push down, then up, then down one more time, probably do this and then end up breaking out to the downside. That's what I would prefer to see rather than the continuation to the upside. Because if price does continue to the upside, that means the US dollar is just going to get weaker. And that is not what I'm trying to see, although I can see the possibility happening. Go on to the daily time frame. I do kind of like this trend line right here, though. Not gonna lie, the higher trend line, the bearish trend line, if you will. Yeah, I guess it's bearish, if you will. It's not really a bearish pattern, but again, I like that it's right here. If price does end up breaking out, then I'm probably gonna end up saying no, DXY is gonna keep going bearish. But overall, from that high of 1.22413 to the low of 1.17076, I do like the chances of price indeed falling. But again, I'm probably gonna end up playing this sell. I'm probably not gonna say end up. I am gonna get into the sell. So I'm trying to say, but I'm gonna have a very I'm not gonna. I'm gonna stick to what I trade because I do not. That looks way too bright for me. I want this blue. That's better. Long term, I am still looking at this sell on EURUSD. But again, if price starts to break out of this, I'm gonna start to probably like lower my lot size for the loss, so I don't have to accumulate such a bigger loss, because I do know that, and I see, especially with this bearish and bullish engulfing candle right here, I see that the possibility of price just continuing to the upside exists. But again, I'm gonna go ahead and play this the way how I feel like it, and I really do feel like this does have the opportunity to keep dropping. Let me see what the volume is looking like. Yeah, even the volume on this way to the upside is terrible. Look at this volume that was right here off of this candle that went to the downside. Huge. Price ended up pushing to the downside. You haven't had volume like this ever since, so I'm not really looking for price to go bullish. Like right here, boom. Look at this. You had big volume on this candle. Price pushed all the way up, and then look, the volume that made price started to push down, it wasn't even remotely, it wasn't as high, but then this volume is way higher than this volume. So that's why I'm just like, price is getting up there, volume isn't necessarily there. Then a bullish candle like this, it doesn't even have as much volume as the previous day. Like, I'm expecting this to turn around. So let me also add one more indicator that you guys, that for those who hopped onto Peyton's training, let's go ahead and see where it's at. No, where is it? Volume profile. Now, I know he said he doesn't use this, but I definitely do. Oh, but I have to. Wait, no, I don't. Where are you at, though? Okay, you know what? No, I'm not gonna do this right now because it's playing games, and I don't want to waste everybody's time. So yeah, basically, I'm trying to sell this long term, take it to the downside, a continuation to the downside at that. The volume is just telling on it right now, and I don't personally think it's gonna necessarily break out of this downtrend line either. So, but again, this is only 1-2 touches, so this, if it does respect this, that's the third touch, and therefore I'm gonna just say, okay, well, trend line confirmed. So let's go ahead and see what arbitrage has for EURUSD. I am in that sell though. I know on the weekly time frame that I am still in this sell that never got called. Same thing as with, oops, hold on. I was not supposed to do that because I want to show you guys what I'm talking about and learn from my mistakes. And you guys should learn from my mistakes. It never called for that sell, although it was looking like it was calling for it. I tried to get in early. It never called for the sell, so therefore, you shouldn't get in, right? So learn from my mistakes. Well, I'm still in that, so I can't say that I'm not in it. And so I still like the buy regardless, but the sell regardless, but not on the weekly yet. Not as of yet. Daily time frame went extremely bullish. This thing went crazy, man. I didn't look at that all weekend. I could have avoided the loss I'm in right now, but it's all right. Very bullish on the 1 hour, so I'm not really looking at it. 30-minute time frame, same thing as with the DXY. It could be setting up for the sell, so that would be good for the sell that I'm currently already in over here. And I don't know what happened to the music. I'll be playing it shortly. But yeah, so I'm gonna set up an alert for EURUSD. Maybe get into an intraday type of trade tomorrow, or not even tomorrow, tonight, because knowing the EURUSD is probably gonna move tonight, and it's like, oh well, I'm the US dollar and I don't like trading at times I'm supposed to be trading with high volume. I know Peyton, he knows that feeling all too well. But yeah, regardless, definitely looking for sells on EURUSD. So yeah, gonna hide that and hide this, and that looks so much cleaner. If you need to take a screenshot, go ahead. All right. And if you need to take a screenshot later on. Oh, that was terrible. That thing came out of nowhere, and it was loud in my ear. All right. Let's go ahead and go on to AUDUSD. AUDUSD been rejecting off of this sell area that I've been had it in for a little while now. Just consolidating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. Probably would be the 8th day today. Go on the weekly time frame just to see what the candlestick looks like, and that does not look like a candlestick to me that wants to continue going bullish. And same thing with EURUSD. Just look at the volume, like the oops, bring that back. Let me actually remove this. I don't need it anymore. Just look at the volume on the weekly time frame. Same thing as with EURUSD. You see this big volume, and then price is just, as it's going down, is decreasing. And then even when it's going up, it's still low. It's as low as when price was down here when it came and made this low at this support. Sorry, you could barely see it because it's still in my old format. My apologies. There you go. So price came down here. Like I said, the volume is just not adding up to me for me to think that this is going to continue going bullish. Not yet, at least. And the candlestick especially. I mean, yeah, last week's candlestick, it was pretty bullish, but like again, the volume wasn't there. Volume was its highest in a while when price decided that it's going to reject from up here and then drop. So yeah, again, I am not looking for buys, honestly speaking. I like how this sell box has been getting rejected. Price almost hit for those who trade with that 90% fib, and if you use that as a stop loss, rip, because that's not the wave. So yeah, I'm looking for sells on AUDUSD. I'm gonna choose to trade EURUSD rather than AUDUSD because I feel like if this is gonna keep going, if there's one that's gonna go bullish more than the other, I feel like it's gonna be EURUSD, and I'd rather just focus on one rather than both of them. But you can, if you would like to, you can take this trade because again, this has been consolidating for days now over here. You can take this L. What is up with this green though? I don't want that. And again, there is a head and shoulders pattern. I don't know how many of you guys remember this from how many weeks ago? Was it like 2 or 3 weeks ago? Maybe. And that's holding up pretty nicely regardless. And everything's just lining up together. So there's a lot of confluence with this looking for the sell. So again, you can take this sell, look to take it possibly to the lower low, to the 38.2, negative 38.2 extension. Possibly look to take it there. Gonna change this to blue. Yeah, I like that way better. So, yep, that's with AUDUSD. Again, you can take that. I'm not getting into it personally, but that's what I'm looking at it for. Mr. USDCHF. Let's see what you got here. So, USDCHF, last week, it did definitely, I think it hit stop loss at break even. So, where is the entry at? Well, entry is at, because I had gotten out, down over here. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. At the 47 pips, or I got it like at 40 pips or something like that. So 0.91920 is the entry, and price came up to 0.91914. But most likely your broker would have stopped out regardless. So your stop loss got hit at break even on this trade, but we did go 47 pips and we were looking for 50 pips. That's why I took my profits there, because like, well, my target almost basically got hit. But regardless, it did do exactly what I wanted it to do. Came rejected off of this sell box, didn't give basically any type of drawdown. Even though stop loss did get hit at break even, it still came and hit my target. I am looking for buys on USDCHF, quite honestly. of that, get rid of this, that. I like this volume right here, but don't like how price was dropping and volume was just dying. And that was on a Friday, but daily time frame. Ooh, how I've been waiting for this. So draw these in light real quick. Get rid of that real quick, so I can just re-show it. I don't want to redraw these zones that I have. That's the only reason why I'm like being so complicated. Okay, so there's one thing about this that has me a little trippy, right? Price can definitely still come down lower to 0.91013 or even 0.90464, or it could just literally just start taking off from right here as what it's rejecting off of. But for USDCHF, since it's been extremely bullish before and then it just looked like a retracement, I wouldn't hold it past it if it was going to come back all the way down. I mean, because the volume right here is just, this is where the volume really picked up on such an abnormal candle. On such an abnormal candle on the daily time frame. That's where volume really picked up in how many days. That's crazy. So I'm really thinking that price is going to come back towards here more than just rejecting off of here. I feel like it just, especially off of this right here, is just so abnormal to me. I don't know. Maybe I could be definitely wrong with that, but I'm gonna still wait on USDCHF. I'm gonna wait for I'm possibly gonna start stacking, like stack one, like 0.3% here, another 0.3% here, another 0.3% of your total trade. So let's say if you want to trade like a standard lot, like 1.00, you put 0.030 on here, 0.30 here, and then 0.40 here, so that you can get multiple positions and see if price is going to take off. But mostly I am looking for price to come back to 0.9100, and then I'll look for buys on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my alerts for USDCHF. But yeah, this candle right here that gave this big volume, and it really didn't take off with this. It took a day, and then after that it started really going bananas. It's really crazy, because the last time volume like this was even remotely close to this was back in 2020 during COVID, which was ridiculous volume. And volume hasn't been this high before COVID since like around 2016. So gotta really watch out for that. I think this is definitely gonna go bullish though. It's just maybe not right now. Weekly time frame, I'd even look at it. It seemed. Let me close it off. Kind of the same thing with EURUSD. I'm not really in love with. Let me grab a. Oh, chat is buzzing. My bad. Let me see. Yeah, I think FOMC is gonna turn around. That between higher highs and higher lows on the 1 hour. I'm a buyer, but might get wrecked because the weekly. Yep, that's cursive. Haha. My guy with the volume, use visible range. My guy really be swinging. Yep, I see EU pull back to the breakout, then back up and get a clean touch on that trend line, then big sell. All right, yeah, I can definitely see that. So yeah, I'm not really a fan of. Let me get this out the way of this evening star right here. That's what I'm not really digging. To potentially, this is really looking like it's gonna sell. So I still kind of think, well, not even think, I just like the possibility of prices coming back down here too, and then pushing to the upside. But is that what I have mapped out? Not really. All the way up here. Kind of don't even want to take this, to be quite honest with you. I still want, because I remember I do have an alert here for a reason. So I kind of, it's tough, man. I think I'm just gonna leave USDCHF alone for now, because I'm not really 100% on it quite yet. 4-hour time frame just looks more bearish. Pretty sure it's gonna break through this because I'm pretty sure a lot of traders are like, oh, double bottom. This could potentially sell right here, especially at the 61.8. Why not? Yeah, I guess. But I just feel like it's gonna go lower. Let me get that out of here. Gonna go on over to arbitrage. Weekly time frame real quick. All right, weekly time frame. Yep, it looks like it's going a little bit lower, kind of where I wanted it to go regardless. Ooh, hold on. Maybe got something cooking here. Let me see what this fib looking like real quick. Copy. Paste. All right. RSI line right where that 78.6 fib is at, off of that high volume candle area. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to probably play this buy, and if I get wrecked, I get wrecked. But the daily time frame is calling for sells, so if price does bounce off of this bean line, it could definitely be a potential retest, continuation to the downside type of move. But not, like I said, I'm not looking for sells on USDCHF right now. But that 4-hour might be going for a buy that I could dig on, like later on in the week, maybe on Tuesday, something like that. A 1-hour time frame, nothing, looks atrocious. 30-minute time frame might be setting up, but I'm not really too crazy with buying at this price regardless. So I'm gonna be patient with USDCHF. Definitely gonna be keeping an eye on it. Don't need to be blue. All right, S&P, man, this really irritated me last week. I would have definitely taken my money right here. This really irritated me last week. I'm not gonna talk about it. Just, you know, just gonna let bygones be bygones. I think I let my emotions get to me on that trade for me to get out early. Because if I would have stuck to my guns, that would have been a very nice trade. All right, but anyways, let's see what we have here. Daily time frame. Just a whole lot of consolidation. I don't like seeing that. Regardless, I do want to see price still come down here if I'm gonna really sell it for the long term. But all I really see price doing is coming up over here. Give me a second. Actually, hold on. I really do just see price just like taking off, honestly. Yeah, you hit that. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, all I really see is this going bullish. I mean, unless if it rejects right here, you can play the range, but be careful. So I could really say, don't really like how the weekly candlestick closed right here. That looks terrible. Just looks like price is just gonna take off some more. If you want, you can play the buy stop, but I'm tired of playing buy stops on this because now I just feel like it's just getting too risky at this point. But who knows, man? Maybe this, like I said, maybe it's just gonna keep going. But how far is it gonna go? I don't have that much faith in S&P. I put more of that faith towards my crypto. So yeah, I really don't have anything much to say other than I want to see a retracement of some sort before I really get into another buy on this. And if it's just gonna like I said, like look at when it consolidates a little bit, dips down a little bit like it did right here, then it takes off. Came right here, dipped down a little bit, consolidating, and it's gonna take off some more. Some consolidation, dip down, came up some more, consolidated a little bit, dip down, came up some more, consolidated a little bit, dip down, boop. That's all I could really say. I don't even think this is gonna happen realistically, but that's what I have to give it, you You know, that's all I really see in it. Same thing with this. Could have been a nice move, although the TP was definitely too far-fetched. And again, I really did want to see price push down. Let me make this white. There we go. I really did want to see price push down to continue going to the upside. Don't think that's gonna happen, realistically speaking. Likewise, what I said with S&P, it just looks like it's gonna probably consolidate and then make higher highs. And if it does that, then oh well to me, because I am kind of tired of playing buy stops off of this, to be quite honest. Because it's just, again, just it's just so bullish. I mean, maybe that's the game that it's on right now, you know? Like, it's just on its, oh, I'm gonna be forever bullish type of tip. Companies make money every day, I guess, right? So yeah, I would love to see like a retracement of right here before I would try to get into another buy or anything like that, quite honestly. Which, if it breaks this, I don't think it's gonna happen. So anyways, Nasdaq, same thing, guys. This would have been, this actually hit TP, so that's funny. Too bad I wasn't in it. Same thing with this, though. Regardless, I wanted to see more of a retracement on these, and you know, I just got to be patient and wait. I don't like how these candles look on the weekly time frame for me to even try to sell them, but at the same time, I don't want to buy them like where they're at personally. That's just not my style. I don't know why I didn't go on arbitrage. Sorry. 30-minute extreme bullish, 1 hour time frame bullish, 4 hour time frame. Hasn't called for the buy yet. If it retraces back down here and it respects this, I'll probably buy it, maybe. Daily time frame, extremely bullish. Everything else is bullish, and these look probably the exact same. Hasn't called for the sell yet. I mean, for the buy yet, but it has crossed over the RSI line. Maybe it's starting to call for another opportunity to buy very shortly. 1 hour time frame called for the buy. 30-minute time frame. Yeah, so everything is just bullish. So if you would like, hey, like I said, if you would like, for sure, but I would have to see a retracement of some sort before I can get in anything, which I would most likely see tomorrow rather than today. So just gonna leave it alone. Not even gonna go near them. Give them some time, just like how I did with the cryptos, which you guys will see why I gave them some time. All right, let's go to Mr. Tacos. All right, Tacos stop loss got hit at break even. Gave us some good money though, so I'm not even mad at it. Let me get rid of all this stuff. I am still in this long-term buy, which I am in pain, man, because man, Tacos does not want to go bullish yet, thanks to the US dollar. Although I am fully aware that it has broken through this trend line that I drew, and it's way past my buy box. I'm more than fully aware of that. But like I said, guys, I'm still gonna hold this because I do think that the US dollar, sorry if I got too far away from the mic. Let me get rid of this first of all. I do know that this is just, it looks really bearish, like, and it's almost close to like yearly lows. And actually, when's the last time it was this low? Well, yeah, yearly low. It was this low back when, like, during COVID, when this really took off. The peso was really undervalued, and now the peso is growing a little bit more strength. Still want to see some type of retracement of anything, if anything, I should say. But yeah, I am still definitely hurting right now. I'm in the red for this. Still waiting to see what's going to possibly happen. This is the fib that I was looking for, the buy. So this is where I bought at 20.16142. Still wanting to see if this is gonna buy. Maybe not, but I'm still gonna keep that buy-in. I was already okay with the risk. So gonna wait and see what's good. It is holding at this part where price was really consolidating a lot before it made demand right here and took off. So I want to see if this is going to keep going to the upside. But I personally wouldn't add any positions at this point in time. Let's go on to the 1 hour actually real quick. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily try to get into anything right now. If it holds right here, sure, and you could put a tight stop loss under these lows, but I just wouldn't recommend it personally. Let's see what arbitrage has though. 1 hour time frame doesn't have anything for us quite yet. 30 minutes setting up, but I wouldn't trade off of that right now. 4 hour time frame just called for a sell, so that's something that you should really watch out for. Yeah, not really feeling USD Mexican either. So I am in that long-term buy, but I'm not really crazy over it, honestly. Let's go on over to Mr. Goldilocks. Mr. Gold. Man. Back on his antics, huh? Just consolidating. Gotta love gold. Alright, so gold back at our entry level, 1775. Really haven't done much on gold. I did try, I'm not gonna lie, I did try to get, what is it, right here, boom. I did try to get a better entry right over here, and then I said I'm gonna put my stop loss like over here-ish. It got stopped down, then price dropped right after. I was low-key butthurt over that. Not even gonna lie to anybody. But yeah, so I definitely still expect, I expect gold to drop. Like, I don't really see any difference in it. Let me see what the volume is looking like right here real quick. Ooh, I like this volume. Haven't gotten volume like this in a good, volume has been like that high sporadically, like right here, boom, you had high volume, but this volume's been higher than all that volume. And the last time volume was this high was when price gave this drop right here, or when price was like consolidating over here, or was giving high volume. So let's see what's good. I am very much still interested in the sells, although the volume on the daily time frame does not look the greatest, because volume was highest over here. Price came back into it. I want to see some volume pick up on the daily. But overall, I am still very much selling gold. 1623 is my next target, although 1590 doesn't look terrible either. And yeah, let's see what gold does. Go on. Oh, let me not forget arbitrage. Let me not disrespect arbitrage. So daily time frame did call for a buy. However, if I were to buy this, I would still need to see that retracement and then a continuation to the upside. Well, not right there, but the retracement to the RSI line and then a continuation to the upside. That's what I would need to see, and that would take me up to the weekly time frame RSI line, which I still like to sell on the weekly, and price is still rejecting off of these off of the momentum line, which is the red line right here, and the compass, which is the blue line. So I still like the chances of gold still dropping down. And 1638 right there matches up with almost 1623, so it's good enough for me. 30-minute time frame on gold naturally is going to be calling for a sell. I think the 1 hour is calling for the sell. After that, oh man, this would have been, I would have got out probably like right here, to be quite honest. Regardless, if I was looking at arbitrage, I would probably have gone out like right here. Ooh, 4 hour time frame calling for that sell too. That sell looking nice. The sell is looking nice. So let's see what gold does. But I like the sell personally. Well. it isn't Bitcoin now. I'm not trying to buy it because this is an extremely bullish market, and if you try to go up against the sells, you might get wrecked. But there's a reason why I've not called for any type of buying or selling or anything like that. Although I did see possible opportunities to sell, although we would have got stopped out. I'm not going to talk about that. But regardless, 42,000. I still see that as a possibility to get hit. I did mention that last week, if I'm not mistaken. That's good. That I want to see 42,000 start to get like. I kind of don't want to see it go down that low because that would really start to bring in that will start to bring in a lot of doubt onto the cryptocurrencies, and a lot of people will be like, oh, you see crypto Bitcoin, blah blah blah, yada yada. It's part of the game. But still, it could definitely still hold right here, because as you can see, if I take it from this low to this high, it's still rejecting off of these fib levels very nicely. 78, it came over here, came to the 78.6 once, dropped back down, came to the 78.6 again. If you go to the 1 hour time frame, it actually might be go time. It might be like, ooh, I like this morning star right here. And it's at the 71%. Yeah, this actually might be go time. I see what you're saying, Peyton. Because I remember you telling me something like that on ETH. So let me see what the volume's looking like right here. Ooh, that volume though. With this much volume and then price didn't keep dropping. What? I am tempted. Oh, this is how low this candle came. Okay, so I'm really glad that I waited for this then. Oh wait, no, never mind. Let me see. Hold on. Daily. Okay, no, never mind. I'm tripping. It was just 2 days ago that it did that. But yeah, no, I am actually liking the buys right now very much so for Bitcoin. I'm not even gonna lie to anybody. I'm not even gonna hold you. So what we're gonna do. I hate that my stop loss is literally the 61.8 or 42,000 of where I'm really looking at. I really hate when that happens, but that's what fibs are, right? Fibs are just entry and exit levels. And then there's a lot of volume here on this 4 hour candle right here, and it's turning around. Let me see what the candle looks like too. Get rid of this. Oh, and if it closes, no, if it closes like this in 2 minutes, I am buying this. Man, absolutely. I like this. I like this a lot. If I die, I die. What you mean? Because cryptos, hey, every time, this is what, hey, crypto fanatics, this is how we look at crypto. When they drop, they're on sell. Buy. You're not looking for sells. And everybody who likes cryptos, they know what I'm talking about. These things are on sell. If this thing really does make higher highs, hey. But I'm taking most of my profits like right here, probably, or right here. I'm taking most of my profits. Not even gonna hold you. Opportunity for this to come and sweep me out of profits and then push up? Absolutely. But I'm gonna go ahead and take this risk right here because I really don't like the volume that price was pushing with. Even though it made these drastic drops, the volume wasn't as drastic as when price was popping. So let's see what's up. Weekly time frame. I didn't look at the candlestick, so let me do that real quick. Take those off. I mean, I guess 1 minute's gonna be bearish engulfing candle. I guess, but I'm not really scared of this candle or the volume. Damn, this volume is crazy right here. But yeah. Dang, that Corona volume, man, it's crazy. I love seeing it. It's just crazy. But yeah, regardless, I'm looking for that buy, y'all. So go ahead and get in that. So most likely, that means Ripple. Hey there, how you doing, babe? Yep, I like what I'm seeing here. Although this isn't really double tweezers. I mean, tweezer bottoms. It's not tweezer bottoms at all. But the candlesticks, I like seeing those. Volume, I'm pretty sure picked up on this one. Just a little bit, not as much as this one by any means, but it's way bigger than all this noise right here. Especially when you see a big candle like this with barely any volume like that, and then you see price dropping, and then it makes this big candle right here instead of up here. Nah, I want to see this turn around. Yeah, I like that 4-hour close. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take this risk, man. Because from this push to the upside at 56 cents to $1.96, price has been rejecting nicely in this fib zone. It's been here for a while now. I've just been waiting. I'm glad that I've been patient, because now I'm seeing a better opportunity to get into the buy rather than when I wanted to get in. Because I would have got in, I would have got stopped out, would have been mad, probably wouldn't have gotten back in, and then watch price take off now. So I'm definitely getting into these buys. And if I die, I die. But overall, this trade, I'm looking to take my profits. If we can get this at $2.50, that'd be love. That would be love. Honestly speaking, that would be mad love. But I like the way how volume picked up on these candles, but not as much as these other ones. So let's see what it do, baby. Obviously, though, I do know the possibility if this stop loss does get ran through, then hey, I think that another possibility. Ooh, I like how my stop loss even comes down lower than this 78.6. So price can even come all the way down to 61 cents, and I could still be looking for buy possibilities. Yeah, let's see how this plays out. I like Ripple a lot. Let's see how that plays out for sure. Litecoin, not really crazy over Litecoin, the cryptocurrency itself, although I do see how it could be very much valuable, and I could trade on MT4, and I like trading cryptos on MT4. So for Litecoin, you could say from this bullish move, because this is where price really took off, it's retracing to the 71% fib. It's already done that 1 day, 2 days. I like the way how this daily candle closed as well. Same thing, guys. I'm looking for this to take off. I'm looking for the cryptos to really turn around, because I know that Payton, he's shown a lot of those who watch his analysis of the fear and greed meter, and right now it's pretty low. Like, let me see if I could even find one. Let me see if I can find a fear and greed meter here. Fear and greed meter crypto. Let's see what's up. So right now, boom, perfect. So right now, you see the fear is 27 because it's been a bloody week in the crypto space for those who are like short-term traders and stuff like that, right? And so now there's a lot of people that are like, oh, they're not really that high on the crypto market sentiment. They're very bearish on it. They're fearful of it. But last week it was at 74, and last month it was at 65. So with me seeing this is a perfect time. You want to do the opposite of what the herd is doing. Right now the herd, they're trying to sell, but you should be looking to be buying the dip. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what I got to say about these cryptos. But I definitely think this might be an opportunity for Litecoin. Same thing. If I get wrecked, I get wrecked. I'm going to get into these. I'm probably going to get into each one of these trades 1%. To be quite honest with you. 1%. See what I can get off of that. It's gonna be nice, yes. Alright. And long term, these are long terms. Long term moves, baby. What am I doing? This is not. Yeah, there you go. Get that out of here. And let me go back to full screen. Sorry. So yeah, Litecoin. Hey, 433, very much possible. Because guess what? That'd be right at its all-time highs, or it'd be past its all-time highs, and that looks like a very realistic number right now. Super realistic right now. So I'm just saying, might want to get into that. So buys. Oh man, this is gonna be so green. I'm gonna have to do so much when I get off this call. All right, Ethereum. I know Payton is probably going to be looking for some Ethereum moves right now. On the short term, I definitely do think this is going to keep taking off. Like, I mean, come on. Even though all the other cryptocurrencies have been very bearish, this has not been that bearish at all. It's just been kind of consolidating, if you will. It made a higher high very shortly, and then it came back down. I'm not going to get into Ethereum. I don't see an entry point for a long-term move. But for, oh my goodness, I see why you said you might get into this band. I do like how price from this low to this high rejected off of these fibs, although it kind of faked people out. I'm not crazy over getting into it right now. It's already too late. But hey, if this starts making higher highs, and look at this volume off of this candle, yeah, this is probably going to take off. Realistically speaking, this is going to, I won't be surprised if I wake up tomorrow and 2,800 or 3,000 is hit. I really would not be surprised. But I can't get into any of that. So I'm going to go back to Bitcoin real quick, and I'm going to go look at arbitrage. 4 hour time frame is definitely not there yet, but it could be setting up. 1 hour time frame, it looks atrocious. Not gonna get into that. 30-minute looks bad. 15-minute looks bad. Not gonna get into any of those. Daily time frame was called, but I would definitely not have gone into that. And weekly is way far away, so don't even try it. Ripple, same thing, don't even try it. Daily time frame is right at the RSI line and it's rejecting off of it. I am not trying to sell that. If this really gets broken, then I think otherwise. But I'm not gonna sell Ripple. I'm definitely buying it right now. Maybe I'll look to buy some on a wallet if I can get some money. You feel me? Who knows? Yeah. Litecoin, oof, yeah, definitely want to buy that. Leaders eat last. Yeah, I mean, I see this daily right here, but it's been rejecting off of this mean line. And I mean, look right here. It's called for a sell for a quick second. Called for a buy. Called for a sell for a quick second. The buys won. So if you're going for the buys in Ethereum, like I said, I can't get into anything on Ethereum, but it is calling for a buy on the 1 hour. It looks like it's going to take off. So that's for the cryptos. I am definitely bullish on all the cryptos. So Ethereum, Bitcoin, Ripple, and Litecoin, I'm buying them. Ethereum, I'm not getting into them, but you can. Let's go on to GBPUSD. Now, GU, I had definitely wanted price to come back up here, then drop, but it didn't do that. And it did come and hit off of this 61.8 fib that I have at 1.38275, because this is something that I already had drawn up. As much as I like that it bounced off of it, I don't know necessarily if this is gonna go bullish. Not really crazy over the bulls, on GJ, quite honestly, and I'm just gonna do a whole new chart up. How about that? Okay. So first and foremost, we can see daily volume right here. This is where price really picked up with some volume on the daily, pushed down, right? Then we have this retracement, but this retracement, no volume's there, and I'm giving y'all that volume sauce because you guys have been playing me and been voting for everything else but volume, and I'm like, wow. All right, but yeah, price rejected off of this zone. If you look closely from this high to this low, 61.8 still has not been hit yet. So definitely, I still want to see GU climb up a little higher if I was looking for sells. But if price gets here, I just think that price is gonna keep going to the upside. Because if you go on the weekly time frame, GBP pairs are extremely still bullish. Just like how EURUSD is still bullish. And I don't know, I'm just really skeptical about GE right now, trying to sell it, but also I don't want to buy it because let me go ahead and switch this around. Boom, boom. 4-hour time frame. Bring this a little tad closer. There you go. Because I still see this much of a downside move on GU rather than having from this candle right here, which is a good candle to have it at, to the downside. I still see price possibly coming down here, but let's see what the volume looks like. And even like right here again, there was really not crazy amount of volume with these pushed to the upside. Even this huge 4-hour candle right here, there was not that much crazy volume. So it's just I'm not looking for buys quite yet on GU. I'd rather wait for it to come down a little lower. If I miss it, I'm good. If I miss this move, I'm good, because I would have missed it regardless, because I would have had to wait for price to come down to 1.3800 regardless. But I want 1.37690 if we're going to have price continue going to the upside. And hey, maybe it's just gonna, possibility of this playing out isn't really unrealistic. Oh, wait. Yeah, like, it's not unrealistic at all for price to just take off. This is really what I see happening, quite honestly. And this isn't one of my setups, so I'm not gonna play it. But if arbitrage 1-hour time frame tells me to get into a buy, I'm not gonna say no. No, I'm joking. My entry is missed though, because I would really want it to come down to 600 regardless. But I don't really like the buy right now, quite honestly. Like I said, if I were to play this, it'd have to be like this. Stop loss right under here, so it's like a 30 pip stop loss. 30 pips for 67.5. Hey, why not set that buy limit? That could be a possibility, honestly. I like how the Z and the little pro looks, but if it comes down, they might start to point down. But I like this possible buy opportunity. 4-hour time frame is calling for a sell, which is abort mission. Just no, don't even get into that buy, because this sell looks way better than the buy, quite honestly. Especially since I'm still looking for price to come down to 1.37690. That's where I think that this is gonna end up going to for sure now. So we're already in enough trades. We don't need to get into any more trades, honestly. But if you are not trading cryptos, then be my guest and sell GU down. I really do think that's gonna sell. But I'm not gonna get into this again because I'm already gonna get into enough trades. Why was it just blue? Why was it blue just 1 second ago and now it's green? Did anybody else notice that? And I think that if this definitely does break through all that, then I'm gonna get wrecked. stop loss is gonna get hit. So yeah, let's see. I'm not gonna get into that, but again, I think it's a good opportunity to sell it. GBP AUD last week. I'm just gonna go over what I said last week because I don't have an opportunity to get into this trade as of yet. So I had mentioned that price broke through these lows, dropped, retested, came back to the sell box. I was looking for sells. I was too chicken to sell it, and price ended up dropping. Believe it's gonna drop some more, but again, I don't have an opportunity to sell it here, and I'm definitely not gonna be looking for buys. So volume is pretty steady, like how it usually is, which is pretty weak, as it's making this way to the downside. Daily time frame, what you looking like? Didn't come any lower than where volume kicked up at. This could still go bullish, but I'm just not gonna touch it. I like AUDUSD selling, so if AUDUSD sells, then this might buy realistically. But if it was going to buy, then I'd have to be the type of trader to be like, oh well, hey, from this bullish move to the downside, oh, would you look at where price is at? It's at the 71% fib, and it's been respecting this little zone since it's gotten here. What does that mean? I might be able to look for some buy opportunities on GBP Aud. Oops, sorry, that's not what I wanted to do. But, however, especially because price never came back down to these lows right here. If I were to try to get into anything right here, my stop loss would be literally where I'd be trying to get in, right around over here. So I'd rather just wait for price to come down a little lower before I consider trying to take a sell. Trying to take a buy. So would wait on 1.78418 going to set an alarm. Going to set an alarm here for an alert, create, and we'll see where this takes me. But I'm not really crazy over buying GA right here. Somebody else can do that. GJ, this is from last week's trade. I'm just gonna show, oh, hold on, before I go on to GJ, sorry, my apologies. Let's go over to arbitrage for GA. 4-hour time frame, just called for a sell. I like seeing that. Daily time frame, called for the sell, still in play. Weekly time frame, been extra bearish on GA still. It's just been playing around at this RSI line. 1-hour time frame, indubitably bearish. So yeah, I'm good. Yes, I did say indubitably. I don't care. GJ, this sell I called it last week. I am still very much in it. Still gonna be valid for this week. Still think it's gonna drop. And yeah. So go over here, GJ. For those that were in for those that are in my chat, you guys know that I was looking for buys on this play. That played out more than perfect. I'm not really crazy over these. I see it. I still see. Technical analysis wise, let me get rid of this. Technical analysis wise, I still do see the possibility of price going bullish, retesting right here, and continuing to the upside. I definitely do see that possibility. It's just like with GU, I do see the possibility of it going bullish, right? But I am still quite skeptical about it, because after price made this bullish move, it did 100% retracement, first of all, which usually tells me that, okay, price is going to start maybe to turn around, right? And then secondly, from this drop to the, oops, that's weird. From this drop to this low, price came to the 61.8, rejected off of it very cleanly, and then dropped again. And if I drop volume, I promise you, one of these two has high volume. Either this high candle right here has high volume, or this one has high volume. I lied. Let me see. Hold on. Daily time frame. No! I might have fronted. Okay, not a super high volume, and it was even right here. So yeah, I definitely lied. Ooh, I played myself extra hard with that one. But regardless, though, that actually makes me now wonder if this is gonna go bullish, because when I'm looking at this current candle right here, this bullish candle that's not even a crazy looking candle has a lot more volume than any of these bearish candles that price was pushing down with. And this was just like, this was on a Friday. I gotta watch GJ, especially since it broke through these lows. It could have just literally grabbed some liquidity down here, and now it's gonna push to the upside. If I had my settings up for the volume profile, I definitely would put that, but you know, I'm just gonna say, nah, I got this. So, hey, like I said, this possibility right here, this possibility for price to still literally respect right here and then go bullish, it exists. Is there 100%? Or if you want to draw this fib from down here, oh, look what it did, 71%. Rejected off of it, it could definitely still push to the upside. Absolutely. I just don't see it right now. Although, I should see it, because on the weekly time frame, just like all the other GV pairs, except for GA, look what it's doing. Extremely bullish. This is like, we're barely getting to see some red after seeing so much blue. So it's like, again, it's kind of risky trying to sell it at this high, but buy low, sell high. That's the type of vibe, right? But I'm just gonna leave this alone and just play with my RB setting. I'm with my RB sell. EURGBP, I wanted it to come a little lower before trying to make higher highs. It definitely did not do that, so I did miss this. Like, I remember you guys when this bullish move was happening, I was saying the only way that I would try to get into this is if price goes bullish, retest, and then goes to the upside. I didn't get my opportunity, so if it goes bullish, I'm just gonna have to miss it. And I really don't have much to say about it, because I'm pretty sure on arbitrage, I mentioned on the daily time frame to get into the buy once price hit that mean line. And what did it do? Hit that. It's gonna go bullish. So there's EG. I'm not gonna really talk much about it. And EA and EN, not really looking at those. Like I said, I'm trying to minimize my pairs that I look at, and EN and EA aren't pairs that I really care to trade. But remember last week I said if you want to play the range, by all means you can. Hey, there it goes. Price rejected off of here. You could play the range. Not really crazy over it. And EA, I did mention that if price does break through these highs, then I'll look for bulls. But I am very skeptical about buying EA. I'd probably look for sells more than buys. And that is still where my opinion stands. So any other questions, comments, or concerns? Ding, can you guys still hear? Can you guys still not hear me? Or is that just the one person that couldn't hear me? You might at the end of your training. Yeah, you did call for it. You definitely called for that buy. I did hear that from you. Although I wasn't paying attention to it. All right, no questions? No questions? No problem. No problem. All right, well, I hope you guys all have a good evening. Let's make some money this week. And, hey, let me go take a look at these cryptos real quick before I get off. Nice, nice. Okay, you guys definitely got a better entry than I did. That's why I said leaders eat last. It's fine. Same thing. Ripple, nice. Very looking good. Litecoin. Ethereum, Bro, dang. Look at Ethereum, man. That's clean. That's clean. All right. I'll let y'all go. Y'all have a good one.